What's up, guys? Studfit here. We have another whispering pipe pull. It is early Sunday morning and I am excited. For one, I'm excited about mainly two things today. This pipe, and we are kicking off the regularly Sunday schedule for NFL football. I am pumped. Our server had our first fantasy football league draft this past week. I felt like I came out pretty good. But pretty excited about that. The Steelers play the Bills. It's going to be a tough matchup. So, anyway, back to the pipe pull. The number one reason why I'm waking up excited. Well, I guess it's 1A, 1B. But the other reason I'm excited is for this little pipe pull. You know that my channel originally, I guess now 14 months ago, was created from pipe pulls and specifically strategies on how to hashtag beat the pipe. You know, I love to beat the pipe. One of my favorite parts about the game. Now the thing is that since those videos were recorded and released last year, I've become a whale. So I haven't gone into these special pipes as much lately because they've really been doing a good job of trying to help the new players get caught up to those whales, even just the day one players. So I feel like the day one players, I don't think they felt snubbed, but they don't feel like the pipes have been as attractive to them, especially the whales. This pipe's a little different. Other than the Great Sail, the Great Sail's been around for a long time. The Manta Glider's been around for a long time. Most of the other ones, though, are pretty new. In fact, we have a Spotlight Glider, and that's the number one reason why I'm going into this pipe. If this Spotlight wasn't in there, I don't know, I'd probably think twice, just because I have two of the items at level 7, but but one of those, the top glider in the game, and some of the other items are pretty decent in here. Now, you saw Tabor and I talk a little bit about each one's individual value there. I think that anytime you have a glider pipe, it's extremely important to go into because glider tickets are hard to come by. Being able to level up gliders are extremely difficult. Now, I know the anniversary is coming. So maybe this is, and then we also got shocked with the fact that it is not 5 high ends, it is 4 high ends, meaning 1 spotlight, 3 additional non-spotlight high ends. I was expecting 5. So all of that, the whole situation makes it go from a must pull to a pretty important but not pivotal pull. So if you're not able to pull on it, not the end of the world, you're just gonna miss out on a spotlight glider and maybe taking a couple awesome gliders up to level 7. Now, you saw me in my past video, last tour, I did pull the Great Sail. Maybe you didn't see it, but I have been releasing these pipe pulls for my members only when I'm going into 100 pipes or just something that's not like a full beat the pipe, over 10 type of pulls. And these are just, this is just one way for me to be able to increase the value of that membership, in addition to having me as a friend, in addition to being part of my fantasy football league, my server, etc. So I'm just trying to find little ways to be able to get them involved. And then, of course, you have the super studs, which you know the value there, the podcast, etc. So I just love my members. I want to give them everything. But you might have missed this. I did take the Black Great Sail to level 7. It saved me probably about 5 or 6 hours for all cup ranking last tour because you know how intense that was. I typically spend about 10 hours or so on all cup ranking every 2 weeks, and these are pretty spotty times. These are like in between sitting in eating lunch or in the bathroom. It's like it's not independent Carlos style sitting down grinding. If I am behind an all cup ranking, I'll sit on my stationary bike for Monday, Tuesday instead of going running. So that's one way I find it. But ultimately, all cup ranking, I try to, and last tour was intense. We had so many people going for top 100. I was like, I need to have the Black Great Sail at 7. Took it there, not knowing. I mean, we saw it in packs and pipes and stuff. If you said it's going to be in a special pipe next tour, I probably would have held out. I probably would have grinded the extra 5 or 6 hours that I would have needed to get a good score for all cup ranking. But I didn't know. In fact, I was thinking, hey, this is in this week 2 pipe. I'm just, there's probably not going to be a pipe again. And of course, that all blew up in my face. Talking about blowing up in my face, I also predicted that there would be 5 high ends in this pipe. I was wrong. I was kind of lining it up with pretty even 10% odds that they had on some of these other glider specific pipes. Now, you know, as I talked about a couple different times, when you have a driver specific pipe, that driver pipe is, the driver is almost considered like two gliders or two karts, because you're talking about double the base points, you know, and you know, obviously you have frenzies. So those take much more importance, and so those pipes, you tend to see them being a little bit more conservative, not as generous, and you typically see, you know, all kart pipes or all glider pipes be a little bit more generous. Now, I think what threw this one for a curve is you have a spotlight. When you have a spotlight, there's more value there because you know that you're going to get it when you drain it, versus some of these other pipes. And again, they've been doing a good job of releasing spotlights in these special pipes more often. I've been loving it, because we remember those, trying to remember what it was. It was, you know, Bowser's Minions pipe, where I went in and spent all my rubies trying to get Luigi's mansion, the King Boo Luigi's mansion, and never got him. But I got a lot of dry Bowsers, and it was very frustrating. So I do like this style, but when you give one spotlight, you take something away. And so I think that if it was not a spotlight, could see easily 5 high ends. But because we have that spotlight, because that spotlight is a new item, I think it's even more the case. So anyway, there we go. That's the theory behind some of what blew up in my face. But we got a good pipe here. I'm going in with 495 rubies because for those of my members saw, I went for Bounce, the Yoshi Kangaroo. Was very successful, got him in my second pool, and even got a nice little surprise of the sunset balloons on a freebie. So walked away very fortunate there. So I have these rubies. I will get a few of the packs for week 2 just to stash up for this anniversary that's coming, and I'm hoping it comes here in I guess 2 tours. So there is one more tour before this anniversary. It could come sooner because the anniversary date is on the 22nd, but they've always been a little late. So anyway, that's my situation. I got 495 rubies. You can see in the bottom right of the screen, I have the Great Sale and the Black Great Sale at level 7. Everything else I can take up levels. Specifically, the Star Great Sale would probably be the one I really want to take up the most. But the Silver Manta Glider, you know, it's a top 10 glider. It's a great glider. I'd love to get that. Really, any of the Manta Gliders are going to be good for me to get. I'm going to be happy to get that. But since I have roughly around, I guess, 11 pools, yeah, is that right? Because it would be 450 would be 10 pools. So yeah, technically I have 11 pools. So I will set my goal. I was doing some bad math in my head there. I think I'm going to set this for 12. You know, who knows? Maybe 13. I could get 13. In fact, but I think I'm going to be holding out a little bit to try to get the spotlight. I'd love to get that up more. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna set this goal at 12. You know, I'm going in with about 11 pulls. I'm gonna be trying to avoid the Black Great Sale and the Great Sale. I'm probably gonna be playing around with that spotlight. But that's my strategy. I'm gonna be resetting anytime I'm beating the pipe or I'm looking for that spotlight. I think that's what makes this video very interesting, is that I think you're going to want to know, hey, when am I going to be resetting, knowing that the spotlight is in there. So before I jump in, wish me luck. All right, going in. All right, we're starting out gold. I'm gonna try to watch here on my computer screen, not on my phone. I'm pretty pumped about this pipe. I know a lot of the whales are going all in. I think I even heard ER Tattoo's guy going in 2,000 rubies, which is a lot. He's a saver though, very unique saver. So the downside is if I'm looking here, I can't see that little OK button. Whoops. Ooh, we like that. But total here. I still think I'm doing that math wrong, right? 450 rubies is 10 pulls. I get an additional pull on that, so that's 11. All right, so in this case, I mean, I should be resetting the pipe. I've beaten the pipe, right? So when there are 4 high ends in a 50 pipe, that's like 8% odds, meaning that for every 110 pull, I would be getting 0.8 or less than 1 high end. So if I get 1 high end and 110 pull, I should reset. That's my strategy. That will get me to this 12 high ends. Now, of course, you know, I'll get a spotlight at some point in time. So I at least I believe. I think if I, ooh yeah, baby. I hope I get a lot of Manta Gliders today. If this is a sign of things to come, I am very excited. Man, I'm pretty pumped. So already I've beaten the pipe twice, but I think I'll get the spotlight if for some reason I have like 225 rubies. I might just go a little bit further. I don't have that new spotlight. I'll go down a little bit further. But for this sake, man, 2 beating the pipes, 2 resets would be good for me. Hoping for a double here, but it's not looking great as of right now. Okay, so happy about that. So we put in 2 here, reset. Very happy. Anytime I see that gold, part of me is like, it may not be one of the, I guess, 5 items I don't have, but 5 out of 7 is pretty good. So maybe I shouldn't be as afraid. So leave in the comments how you feel about the tour so far. I'm enjoying the Sydney. I did my All Cup ranking spreadsheet, just filling it in yesterday. Lot of King Bob-omb Gold. That is my #1 coin box driver that I'm using, and really probably my #1 driver I'm using. A lot of Luigi Painter in there too. Surprise. Now, of course, it's got a couple like Lakitu overlaps or this Bounce overlap, but Bounce being the Yoshi Kangaroo that we've nicknamed thanks to Kart. I saw his comment this morning. He's pretty pumped that we've coined him. We got Toilet Paper Mario. We got Bounce. We got some fun names for some of these. We got Meme Luigi, but he's become less of a meme. I've been really enjoying him in ranked. Now I will say I'm using the Brown Off-Roader at level 4. I think that's my lowest level item I'm using for All Cup ranking. So that's kind of the obscurity of All Cup ranking for this Sydney tour for me. But have some decent loadups. There's some really tricky track, I think. Oh, yes, baby. We got it. We feel good now. And it's so beautiful. It looks so cool. Oh, I absolutely love it. I have obviously not used it. So apparently it spins, though, in the wheel when you're gliding. Maybe I might select it as I do my all clear pipe. I think I have to do a reverse. It'd be probably better to be using red shells, but I might just use that glider just to show it off. Well, I'll show you what I got from my all clear pipe. Pumped about that. So now we have 3 as we reset. Oh, actually, you know what? We're not beating the pipe. So we've gotten 1. Yes, we should have gotten 1.6 at this point. So I'm gonna keep going. I got my spotlight though, man. Got my spotlight. I gotta beat the pipe, man. Those are the rules. If I'm gonna beat the pipe with you guys, I gotta beat the pipe. All right. Maybe I should have reset. that's the other part, is that just because I got the black rate sale out of the way, I mean, the next pull I could get, it could be also black rate sale. Also certainly in the realm of possibilities. Okay. So I've gotten 4. I have not beat the pipe. So in this case, what would I have? 2 more in there. Yeah. 2 more in there. Hoping for a double manta something. If I don't and I get the great sale again, maybe that'll be a good lesson to learn as to we like that, baby. Yes. Let's get one more to try to actually make this a double, beat this pipe. That we don't have to go into singles. You know I don't like the singles, man. Yeah, looks like we might be going in singles, man. Poop. Alright. So we got 5 there. And we are singling it up. So in this case, just for those of you who know, one of the benefits of having and I'll just do it while I'm doing this. This is excruciating. But one of the benefits of having a 50 pipe or a 30 pipe or any of these smaller pipes is that you can box out, meaning that you can use the bottom of the pipe to your advantage and pull singles. There's a lot of situations where you win. You might have seen a couple of my videos where I've lost. There's only one situation where the pipe beats you, and that's if it's at the very, 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 very bottom. But if it is at the second from last, then it technically tie the pipe, and everything else, you're beating the pipe, you're saving rubies. You know every ruby counts, especially with the anniversary. Again, the only downside to that is it is a single pull, excruciating, green deflating situation. Okay, good. So we beat the pipe here. Let's see which one we got. So there's your lesson. You get spotlight, reset, even if you're not beating the pipe. Out of those 12, I was hoping to for 4 or less of the duplicates. When I say duplicates, I'm talking about like level 7, like you're just walking away with coins. So there you go. Slightly beat the pipe, not by much. Not worth writing home about. Should reset up to the spotlight. But again, hindsight's 2020. We know that came from there. If there were, more manta gliders, that would be another situation. I did get, 1 or 2 of the 3 items remaining were items I didn't want, but 1 was, so it wasn't all 3. Trying to find that little glimmer of hope that so I'm not completely deflated from that experience, but I still have enough for some pulls. Alright, we gotta get a double here, or we're gonna have to keep going further. See if we can get the spotlight. I mean, I don't need the coins. that's not good. Alright, so we start out hot there. We are up to 7. Okay. And we have not been in this pipe, so I still feel like my math is wrong there on my high-end gold, right? 450 rubies. That's 10 pulls. I didn't get very many doubles. I guess I was wow. No bueno. Alright guys, this last pipe is crushing me after a great start. So 3 high ends. This could easily happen to you guys. If you just have, 135 rubies and you're saying to yourself, you know what, I'm going to go into this special pipe, I'll get a couple items, couple good things, you get out, get the spotlight glider, get out. This could easily happen to you, where you have only 2 more 10 pulls left and you still don't have that spotlight glider. So I go, unless this is a triple, which it doesn't. I mean, I'm really hoping this is fake. But I got my spotlight glider. Happy about that. I had to kind of do the same thing with the that gold home field glider. Just get it and get out. Okay, so it was a fake. Good news. Bad news. It's not the glider you wanted. I think I'm still gonna have to do singles, and I'm gonna have to wait probably to Wednesday to do them. Boogers. Yeah. So, yeah, this is not so great for me on this pipe pull. So there you go, guys. I'll do 2 singles. I'm gonna have to probably do them just because there's 2 high ends left in here. Alright guys, so we walked away, not being the pipe there. We still have 2 high-end gliders with 8 singles left. Unbelievable. So there you go. I think if the takeaway from that pipe pull, I'll do it while I'm doing this race. Use my boy Lock to. I'm not trying to get coins or anything like that. Just go ahead and use this bad boy. I'm not gonna be able to keep combo, probably with this bottom shelf thing, but all right. Point of the story, though, guys, is that it's not a must pull. If you need to save rubies for the anniversary, go for it. It's not a must pull. You might end up in my situation where you go all the way to the bottom, still don't get that glider. Ooh, there it is. Kind of like floats back and forth. All right. But if you need to save for the anniversary, go for it. It's gonna be a pretty good anniversary. I love all these gliders, but if you have them at level 7, you could easily be in that situation. I smell item. Nice. I don't usually listen to music or have the sound on, so this is weird to hear all those binging bongings. There you go, guys. How cool is that? Looks like it turns back and forth just like a pirate wheel. Well, there you go. Yeah, so I think some of the other takeaways is that I probably wish I would have reset after the spotlight item, which I don't normally do, but it might be a good strategy for those who are going for that specific item. Just know you could be ending up similar to this, where I wish I would have kept it at 10. Being 4 short of my goal, it's not good. I think if I would have liked to have gotten a couple doubles in there though. That would have made things a lot better. So for all clear pipe, we have some new items, as you saw, iron cucumber and others. Let's see what we get. Okay, that I will take. A lot of things at level 7. I think this is the second time I've gotten bruiser, maybe even back to back. So there you go, guys. Hopefully that pull video helps you know that this pipe, it's not 30 pipe, it's a 50 pipe. You're gonna have to have at least 225 rubies going into it, but hopefully you have better luck than I did, and at the very least, hopefully you have better frenzy luck this week for the Sydney tour. And if you're here in the United States, or if you're even overseas, hopefully you guys enjoy the NFL season, and go Steelers.